Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island. The team goes in search of the Templar Knight's hatch. This week on The Curse of Oak Island, the team opened up a whole new area of the island to search following a new revelation from an ancient 14th century map. The Oak Island team have been enjoying the excitement drummed up by their recent discoveries of gold in the Money Pit area, and they are starting to plan how and when to bring in the large 10-feet steel caisson shafts. The team agreed with Rose Equipment and Irving Equipment that they would want 4 caissons in 4 to 6 weeks. But in the meantime, most of this episode revolved around the 14th century map discovered by historian Zena Halpern. The map in question is a rough hand-drawn map of the island with various locations marked. It was written in French, and Halpern dated it to 1347 and concluded that it was drawn by a Templar knight or somebody connected to the Templars. Halpern first brought the map to the attention of the Lagina brothers in 2016, and since then, the team and various experts have attempted to decipher it, albeit with somewhat limited success. This week, the team assembled in the war room to hear from Oak Island theorist Matt Sant, who has been studying Halpern's map and recently contacted Marty Lagina to say he'd found something the guys had missed. Was Zena Halpern's map misinterpreted? Sant examined the original French version of the map alongside the English translation, and he noticed a mistake in the English one. The English map pinpointed 2 locations that were labeled the hole under and the hatch. The Oak Island team have long been fascinated by the hatch and have tried, and failed, to locate it. However, Sant now claims that the hand-drawn location pointer lines for the English version were incorrect and that it was just one location called the hole under the hatch. This makes a hell of a lot more sense grammatically and also explains why the guys never found the so-called hatch, as they were looking in the wrong place. The below image shows the initial English version with the incorrect pointer lines, whereas a close-up of Sant's version reveals that the hole under the hatch is one location. Oak Island team then went in search of the hatch. Sant suggested to the guys that they take a shovel and go searching for the hatch, to which the guys promised to do precisely that. In fact, they did one better than that. They enlisted the help of CSR Geosurveys, who brought in some fancy equipment to examine the ground in Lot 22 and Lot 4, where Sant had essentially suggested they look for the hatch. The CSR guys conducted a 8 VLF survey of the area, which uses radio waves to map under the surface and, hopefully, reveal any hidden tunnels or shafts. The results of this survey, unfortunately, will take some time, so we'll have to wait for a future episode. But the geoscientists also conducted a magnetometer survey, which records ferrous metals under the ground, and they came back with some interesting results. They noted a large anomaly in Lot 4, which they advised the Oak Island team to investigate. Jack Begley pointed out that the anomaly was very close to the so-called hatch marked on Zena's map, and he was backed up by surveyor Steve Guptill, who said it matched his work in mapping the general location of the hatch. Unfortunately, there was no time to dig it up this week, but as Rick pointed out, this has opened up a whole new search agenda, and just maybe it will lead to the discovery of some Templar treasure and some ancient Christian relics. The sun rose slowly over the dense foliage of Oak Island, casting long, eerie shadows across the terrain. The island, with its haunting legends and buried secrets, had long captivated treasure hunters and historians alike. Today, a new team was preparing to delve into its mysteries, driven by tales of the Templar Knights and their fabled hatch. Rick and Marty Lagina, seasoned explorers with a burning passion for unearthing the past, stood at the edge of the forest. The legend spoke of a hidden hatch, buried deep within the island, rumored to be an entryway to a treasure trove left by the Templar Knights. The brothers had assembled a team of experts: Jack Begley, a relentless researcher with a knack for piecing together historical puzzles; Craig Tester, a methodical engineer with an eye for detail; and Alex Lagina, whose youthful energy and determination complemented his father and uncle's seasoned approach. As they prepared their equipment, the team could feel the weight of history pressing upon them. The island's previous expeditions had yielded tantalizing clues, but also frustration and danger. The infamous Money Pit, a deep shaft filled with booby traps, had thwarted treasure hunters for centuries. Theories abounded, from pirate loot to Marie Antoinette's lost jewels, but the Templar Knights' legend held a particular allure. Their quest was not just for gold and jewels, but for answers and a chance to rewrite history. The team's research had led them to a specific area of the island, a dense grove that had previously been overlooked. The Templar Knights were known for their cunning and ability to hide in plain sight, often using natural landscapes to their advantage. As they trekked through the thick underbrush, Jack recounted tales of the Templars' last days, their desperate flight from persecution, and the possibility that they had sought refuge in the New World. Crave set up ground-penetrating radar, a piece of technology that had proven invaluable in their past digs. The screen flickered to life, displaying an array of colors and shapes beneath the surface. As they swept the area, a distinct rectangular anomaly appeared, just a few feet underground. It was unlike anything they had seen before. With renewed excitement, the team began to dig. The soil was dense and unyielding, but they persevered, each shovelful bringing them closer to the truth. Hours passed, the sun now high in the sky, when the sound of metal striking wood echoed through the clearing. They had found something. Clearing the remaining earth, they uncovered a large, weathered wooden hatch, reinforced with iron bands. The craftsmanship was unmistakable. This was not the work of pirates or settlers, but of master builders, meticulous and precise. The Templars had been here. With a mix of anticipation and caution, Marty examined the hatch. There were no obvious traps, but the Templars were known for their ingenuity. He motioned for Alex to bring over the crowbar. With a heave, the hatch creaked open, revealing a dark, narrow tunnel descending into the earth. The air that wafted up was cool and musty, untouched for centuries. Flashlights in hand, the team descended one by one, the tunnel walls lined with stone and timber. The further they went, the more intricate the construction became. Symbols were etched into the stone, some recognizable as Templar crosses, others more cryptic. Jack paused to photograph the markings, hoping to decipher their meaning later. The tunnel eventually opened into a large chamber, the ceiling supported by massive wooden beams. At the center of the room was a stone pedestal, upon which rested a weathered, leather-bound book. Dust motes danced in the beam of their flashlights as they approached. Craig carefully lifted the book, its cover adorned with Templar insignia. The pages, though fragile, were filled with detailed illustrations and writings in Latin. Alex, who had studied the language, began to read aloud, his voice echoing through the chamber. The text spoke of a great treasure, not just of gold, but of knowledge. The Templars had amassed a wealth of information, ancient texts, and artifacts from their travels, preserving them for future generations. They had hidden this trove on Oak Island, hoping that one day it would be discovered by those worthy of its secrets. As they pored over the book, Rick noticed a glint in the corner of the room. Approaching, he found a small, intricately carved box. Inside were several ornate keys, each unique in design. These keys, the book explained, were to unlock further chambers hidden across the island, each containing a piece of the Templars' legacy. The team stood in awe, realizing the magnitude of their discovery. They had not just found a treasure, but a gateway to history, a chance to uncover truths long buried and forgotten. The hatch was only the beginning, a prelude to a journey that would take them deeper into the mysteries